Hey everyone, Chris McQueen here. I'm really excited to share about the Creative Festival that we're going to be hosting this June. It's just really feeling like it's time to gather to check in with each other again as a creative community. Obviously, things being what they are right now, our gatherings are going to need to stay online for now this year. That just seems to be kind of a thing. So here's what's happening. We are going to be hosting a two-part online creative gathering. The first part is going to be an Imaginarium. That's going to be a time of connection, of equipping, and encouragement. It's going to take place on June 10th and the 11th. Now, the second part of this gathering is going to be a creative festival, much like last year's, and that's going to happen on that Saturday, on June the 12th. So one of the things that I really felt like I missed out on last year was the chance to connect together in real time, to actually, we can't share space, but to share time, to be able to pour into one another, to be able to invite and listen to voices speaking to our creative selves, to our calling as creatives and artists. And that's all going to happen this year during the Imaginarium. So we're going to get started on the evening-ish of June 12th. I say ish because, hey, it's 5 time zones in Canada, so we're going to do our best. And it's going to run through the day on Friday, June 11th. So those of you who have taken part in one of our Imaginariums in the past or participated in the Worship Leader Weekend that we hosted in BC back in 2019, you're going to be familiar with this. It is going to be a time of connection, and we're going to also include some creative playtime as well. We're going to attempt it at least. I'm really excited to be able to announce for the Imaginarium that we're going to be hosting some guests coming to speak to us. So Adam Russell, who is the director of Vineyard Worship US, as well as the host of the Ferment Podcast, which is a fantastic podcast. If you haven't checked that out, you really do have to. So Adam is going to be joining us and speaking to us. And also, we're going to be hosting Malcolm Guite from the UK. Now, Malcolm is a poet. He's a priest in the Anglican Church. He's actually my favorite living poet. For real. I love his language, and he I think he's going to bring some really beautiful, valuable thoughts to us with regards to creativity and imagination. So I'm just super excited to be able to welcome both of these individuals into our time to be able to share. I think they've got important and timely things to offer us in this moment. So that is going to be super rich. Now, last year's Creative Festival was one of the highlights of my year last year. It was just a blast. I don't know, it was just so meaningful and encouraging, and I actually felt energized even though it went probably too long. It was just beautiful. And so we're going to do something very similar this year. It's going to be a live streamed event that will be available for everybody. And that's going to take place, as I mentioned, on June the 12th. So that's a celebration of the creative work that you are doing, that we are doing together, that's happening among us. We are not going to stretch it out over 12 hours like we did last year. We're going to try to keep it to 2 90-minute live stream sessions. So there is a link in the description below, and that is a submission form that you can fill out to apply to be a contributor to that event. Can't wait to see that. And then also in the links below, you're going to find a registration link for the Imaginarium. Now, the Imaginarium is free. There is no cost for this event, but it is super helpful to have pre-registration. It just allows us to be able to know who's coming and to plan appropriately. So get on it, get yourself registered, get your work submitted that you want to present for the Creative Festival. And hey, really looking forward to this. I think it's going to be a lot of fun.